Well, this is an experiment to see if I get oh, for goodness sake, let me make these little. Okay, that's as small as that goes. I guess I need to make this smaller if I can, and that's as small as it can be. Alright, whatever. This is an experiment to see if what happens with streaming. If it starts to stutter after a while, so I'm just going to play for a while and see what happens. I sincerely doubt that anyone else is going to watch this because I haven't filled out any fields or put any descriptions or tags or keywords or whatever. So, you know, I assume I'm not going to get anyone watching this, but this is me playing World of Warcraft anyway, and I am curvycom. I am the worst streamer and YouTuber in the universe. In the history of the, in the words of the history of the early internet, I'm a lamer and I suck. So there you have it. Was pretty much the standard thing everyone always said. So there it is. I'm doing this. I'm a big lamer and I suck. So I've been playing World of Warcraft I'm not the biggest gamer. I'm a bigger gamer now than I ever have been, but I didn't used to be. I just got into World of Warcraft because a friend of mine was playing back in the early Burning Crusade time, and he since doesn't play anymore. So that was fun while it lasted. But dude, if you're out there listening, you know, props to you for sucking me into this huge time suck. But anyway, this is fine. I'm streaming here because I might as well be. I'm playing this all the time anyway, and I don't know. I periodically go on. I periodically go on World of Warcraft binges. You know, this is just one of them. If people are really interested in this, or if this is something that catches on, then I'll keep doing it, I guess. I'm not sure I have anything unique to bring to the table, to be honest. You know, I don't know. I've had some people tell me I have good comic timing, but I don't believe that's in evidence on any of these streams, these early streams I've done. So, last stream we did Hellfire Peninsula, and now we're gonna do Zangarmarsh just 'cause, you know, seems like a reasonable thing to do. Oh, excuse me, that's contagious, they say. But anyway, I'm gonna just do this. I'm not gonna read the quest titles right now. I would do that, but nobody's watching, so might be good practice, I guess, for when people are watching. But I don't know, I can't imagine why anyone would want to watch me play World of Warcraft, but a lot of people have a huge hobby doing just that, so, and they even make a little money. At least, you know, you could pay for your World of Warcraft subscription eventually. If that ever happens, I'll be amazed, but I'm not counting on it. I don't even know how to monetize this thing. I'm such a lamer and I suck. I'm also not used to playing a druid. This is an unusual choice for me. My first character was a warrior, and I'm one of those guys, you know, I always play female characters. I've got some interesting stories about that too, but maybe that's for another time. But I always play female characters because when I first got into this game, I guess it was my aesthetic sense that wouldn't let me play Horde, and I had the vanilla game only, even though it was Burning Crusade, and I actually there is something in here somewhere. What's going on here? Where's the dude in here? There's someone in here somewhere. There. Okay. Anyway, I guess my aesthetic sense wouldn't let me play Horde, and then when I played a human warrior, which is like the most boring character ever, but I had so much fun playing it. It was back in vanilla, it was a really hard class. I mean, you could get killed easily in the starting zone. People just have no idea what that's like today. By golly, in my day, you could get killed in the starting zone. But that's pretty much impossible, as you basically one-shot everything now with... Although they nerfed the heirlooms a little bit, where I experimented with this. I think stats don't show up till like level 3 or 4. I can't actually remember. I know they showed up pretty early on, but not at level 1. So, yeah, I'm kind of just going around there. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers and streamers out there that I admire. I love WoW Krendor, and I love Nixium and Slightly Impressive, just to name a few. And, you know, I love how WoW Krendor kind of says, well, you know, if you want to stream or be on YouTube, just do it. You know, you may not know what you're going to do at first, but just do it. You're going to suck. Just accept it. So, like I said in the last video, this is me sucking about as hard as I can. So, I think there's probably a couple things I should say while I'm doing this, because what the hell. But I guess I should say what the heck, and that would be more family friendly. And you know, I'm not, you know, I'm not in for the controversy or the shock value or whatever, you know. I probably have strong opinions like everyone else does, but personally I think people need to be happy and have fun, and I think no matter what their viewpoints are, their politics or whatever, I think everyone wants to be entertained and laugh and chill out and be chill and have a good time, and that's kind of how I'm approaching this, you know. To my one viewer, that's probably me, I'm sure. I think my one viewer is me, because I have the Twitch client up, so that shows me as a user. And I don't know, I'll probably download these VODs and put them on YouTube, because that's the only way you can keep them forever. And I know a lot of people out there don't like YouTube streaming, and they go back and forth on whether they want to stream on Twitch or YouTube. But I don't know. I think I kind of like Twitch streaming. Seems pretty simple. I mean, plus if you stream on YouTube, then your videos are segregated between uploaded and streamed, and people can't like mix them together and see which one is the latest one. They kind of have to look at both sections to see what your latest video is. And I don't know, I like YouTube for creating playlists and stuff, and I recently have Twitch curvycom, twitch.tv/curvycom, and I also have YouTube, /curvycom, which has been in a state of limbo for like ever. It was a YouTube account like before Google bought it. Like, that's how old it is. So at some point I merged it, or had to merge it. I can't even remember which. So I had to create another Google account because I didn't have a Gmail to link it with at the time. So I created kind of a throwaway Gmail account to link it with. And then I forgot how to log into it somehow. I don't know. I couldn't, and I had the information, the login information, but for some reason it wouldn't work. There was something wrong with the way it was logging in or something. So I just recently did some research and found out how to go in and fix all of that. Anyway, something you should know about me is that I have pretty bad ADD. It's not self-diagnosed. It's pretty bad, and I'm supposed to take Ritalin for it, and I do sometimes. And you'll probably find me at a loss for words when I'm actually doing something other than flying around like I am now, not actually questing. But I'm going to go ahead and see how I can keep talking and do whatever, spread the love by talking. That's what I'm doing. And anyway, I have a vape which has a little bit of nicotine in it, and that actually helps with ADD a little bit. I drink diet soda, a little caffeine helps ADD, a little bit. But it's hard for me to, sometimes I noticed in the first stream when I played it back, I just couldn't keep communicating while I was doing things. And then I would try to think of things to say, or I would try to think of what I was trying to say, and I couldn't even remember the words I was trying to say. So that might make me probably the suckiest streamer ever. It wouldn't be surprised if there was a rating system for the worst streamer. I could probably, hit the top of that list. Although I do have I have a technical background in computer programming and such. I haven't worked at it in years, and I know absolutely nothing about video and audio mixing. So I'm using, what is it? I think it's called OBS, isn't it? I'm using OBS. There's other streaming programs out there, and Twitch links to a bunch of them, which actually maybe I should try one or two of them and see which one works. I think OBS is just fine, although I think I was streaming at full resolution. I have, this is like I got two monitors, and one is an old Dell, which I have turned sideways, so I can kind of have little readouts and windows in it and stuff. And then my main monitor is a 19.2 by 12, whatever, and that I don't think I can. Oh, you can't herb this, really? I'm surprised. I thought I could herb everything now. But I guess not. Anyway, I think I was streaming in full resolution, and so now I've cut it back to 1280 by 720, and I'm not really sure like what my last time I just noticed my stream got more and more delayed with time, which I guess kind of makes sense in that they insert ads, and you know, people can pause your stream and then restart it, and they can put ads in it, and when they do, you know, obviously it starts right back up where it left off. It doesn't stop it doesn't stop streaming, and the commercials don't go over the stream and cut you off. It just delays the stream. So every time there's a commercial, which I got a couple of them, and I don't qualify for any kind of monetization yet. I think you have to meet a couple of milestones. Before that, they don't sound too hard, but you have to stream, you know, for a little while. And so let's see, what am I doing here? Anyway, so I'm going to stream for at least an hour because I want to see if the progressive delay that happened, and so like what ended up happening is the frame rate that was actually being put out by the streaming program, it got worse and worse and worse until by the end of the stream, the audio stayed fine, but by the end of the stream, it was abysmal. Like, it was like I got maybe one frame every 10 seconds, and I have a pretty fast machine, so I'm kind of surprised. My machine, I've got an i7, and I've got a GSX 930 or 970 or 980. Actually, I can't remember. I think it's a 970. I should probably get another. If I'm going to keep with the 970 for a while, I probably should get another one and put them in tandem, but maybe I should just get a 1080. And I don't know. When the 1080s first came out, people weren't getting any better frame rates on those than they were on the 980s, so I kind of held off on jumping into that. But I could get a couple of them though and slave them together. My motherboard is an Asus motherboard, supports 2, so I could put 2 970s in it, and then put a cable, I can't remember what the technology is called now, but the cable that links them together slaves them to each other. You know, my motherboard came with one of those cables, so I could put that in there, and it's meant to my motherboard can support 2, up to 2, and so I might do that. I've thought about that, and I got a couple of 2 or 3 3 SSDs in a RAID 0. It's a pretty fast machine, you know, so I can run just any game on maximum intensity, and I get a good frame rate no matter what. Like in Skyrim, I can run all kinds of mods, and I get a good frame rate. I can, you know, I can max out everything, and I've never had a frame rate that I consider to be bad, which bad to some people is under 60 frames, but mine often goes much faster, usually much faster than that. But my I consider an unacceptable frame rate to anything that's under cinematic frame rate. So let's say for round figures 30, but I think cinematic frame rate is 24 frames a second, which generally looks I mean, I think it looks juicier and better, but in a game, particularly in MMORPG, your response to stuff. I'm in the horde zone and I'm gonna die because. Okay, that's just fine. I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. So. Oh, I just saw my stream delay. My stream is not heavily delayed right now, so probably cutting it down to 1280 by 720, which is plenty, really. I mean, that's HD, isn't it? So, I'm not sure, actually. Like I said, I know very little about video. So when it comes to that, now I see. Here's my corpse. Now here's the. Oh, what's this? Spirit healer. What? I died right in the. Have I died in the graveyard? What happened? No, my corpse is this way. Okay. The little icon looked like the corpse icon. I don't know why. Usually, I don't know. Is that different? Is that something new? We'll see. I'll just run over here and see what it looks like. But yeah, it looks just like the spirit healer icon on the map and on the mini map it looks just like the corpse icon. That didn't used to be the case, I didn't think, but I don't know. I haven't played in a few patches. I mean, not major patches. I played Legion at the beginning, until I got bored with it. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like the new scale leveling system is because it's more of a challenge. And, if you have a level 100 character, which my main was, I guess if I'm just going to run around, I should probably stay in flight form. I'm less likely to get killed by, like, horde guards or whatever. Anyway, I just really forgot what I was going to say. It's interesting. I could actually listen to the stream to recover my thoughts because there's a bit of a delay. I could just like go back and listen to it. All I'd have to do is just go over here to Twitch and turn up the volume on it, and then I would know. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I can turn up the volume on it. I'm not seeing any. Oh yeah, here's the volume control. It's turned all the way down, but I don't know. I made a channel called WoW Leveling with curvycom. That's probably about the extent of my filling in any forms, with any information. It can't possibly be. It can't possibly be anything that would cause any hits on a search. But I don't know. I guess if you keep doing it, even if you completely suck, if you do it long enough, eventually someone will watch your stream and start chatting or commenting on your. I don't know. Let's see what happens if I type in my little channel chat thing here. Okay. What? Scrolls up. Okay. Scrolls up some more. Okay. Scrolls up. Okay, I see. Oh, I see. The little window here is you can float it around in your Twitch screen. So you could potentially make it smaller, I guess, and you could just put it somewhere like over here where it doesn't, it's not in the way of your channel thing there, I guess, and make it smaller. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say what's best, but anyway, I put it over here now so I can see. That's as small as I can make it. Anyway, I'm like, one good sign anyway is that I'm not showing an increasing delay in the stream. So the delay, you know, to what I'm doing here, between what I'm doing here and what appears on the little window on Twitch is, it's not significant now. I mean, I'll flash the map twice and see how long it takes until I see the map flash twice again. Let's see. Yeah, there it goes. See? So that wasn't long. So I think just not streaming in 19.2 by 1080, I think is the key to not having that happen. At least on the free version of Twitch, you know, it might be more powerful if you're a member, or if you're paying, or if you're an affiliate, or whatever they call it. But you know, let's go over here and do some of these quests. What the hey? This is more talking than I've done in a long time. So I don't know. I'm gonna probably have laryngitis tomorrow. Although I did talk a lot in the last video I did yesterday night or day or sometime. I don't remember when I did it, but I did talk a lot in that. But like I said, I was really hardcore leveling. I was trying to do that and talk at the same time. I'm not used to doing this, so what can you say? Anyway, I played Legion. And that was before they had the scaled leveling. So I don't know. I guess the scaled leveling, though, was in the Legion part. And then they've now just added that into all the other stuff, which I like. But even so, I felt like I got to 100 too quickly. To, you know, for someone that likes to, you know, let a game unfold and enjoy it in a leisurely pace, it's hard to... see, now I'm going somewhere and I can't think of what I'm doing. So this is like the thing, right? Okay, now I'm stealthed. Alright, it's kind of like playing a rogue. But I'm going to have alts in all the classes, and I've re-rolled them a number of times because I just like leveling. I like leveling more than I never did any, like I was in a guild back in the, you know, Burning Crusade vanilla, Burning Crusade days, but I never got into the raiding stuff, and it was my first guild. And it was on a PvP server too, which is kind of interesting. That was like, and I had like no idea what I was doing. I remember how crazy it was. Like I didn't even really know what. Like I was just in the world all of a sudden, and I never even did the first quest, you know, like the first one where you kill where you kill wolves. I never even did that for like days, a couple of days, like maybe a day. I think I went a whole day without actually doing that. And I'm on the phone. I think I'm playing on the phone with my friend who got me into World of Warcraft. So instead of using Vent, we just got on the phone. And that was easier. I had a good headset phone, and he had one too. So we would just play over the phone. I mean, we'd just talk over the phone while we were playing. And I don't know, he did some PvP battlegrounds a little bit, and he was more into that than I was. But let's see. So now, what am I supposed to do here? Let's find out. What am I supposed to do? Naga claws. So basically, I'm supposed to kill any of these puppies. That should be. Now, I like having the. I understand the reasoning to not having the game audio too high, but I think most people that play it, I feel like they have it too low. And of course, since I'm the lamer and I suck, I'm probably definitely wrong about that. But I do like, if the gameplay has any audio that's, look, they go back to, if you kill one of these taskmasters, they just go back to working. Look at that. And I even hit him with an AoE, which is like another term I was like not able to remember last night while I was trying to talk and game at the same time. So that's pretty funny. But I don't know. If I attack her, this guy's gonna come attack me. If I wait until they separate a little more, I don't know. I could just thorn this guy maybe, and then I'll just. I can't believe how many dots I have now. Like, look at this. That's 6 dots for a druid. It's like a warlock, you know. I have more dots than a warlock. So, I'm not sure when that happened. But, I mean, if I put all my dots, even not all my dots, just like if I put 4 dots on something, it'll die anyway. Might even die from 1 dot. I don't know. It's like, you know, warlocks. They used to hit you with. I'm not an expert on, but they used to hit you with that damage over time spell, that dot spell. That started out, the damage started out small and got more and more over its duration. And they pretty much only had to hit you with that and you would run away. Like on this PvP server, you'd run away, but you'd just die anyway if you didn't know what to do. If you just ran and panicked, you would just die. That's all it took. And, you know, they had more dots to put on you, so they'd throw a bunch of dots on you and you would just die. And you wouldn't even know where they were. They could be like, see if I can kite her up here a little. But just basically, she's just gonna die. See that? She's dead. So, but now I think I started a warlock. You know, like since Legion, and I was just like amazed they don't have as many dots as they used to, and now I'm a druid. I've got 6 dots I can put on if I want. Whoops. I mean, I have to go into Night Elf form. But if I hit something with Moonfire and then turn into a kitty and I can hit him with Moonfire again. See that 6? You can see there 6 dots. They're gonna die. Even if I didn't, you know, and some of them are pretty, pretty high initial damage too, like Moonfire. Plus, you don't have to face your target with Moonfire, so you can just do this and run away, and they can't even catch you. You can just hit them over and over. You can get your whatchamacallem points, and you can kill them with one shot if you want, or you can just let them die from that. It's got a pretty good initial damage on it. I don't know. I've been through like all the stuff always changes all the time in WoW, and everyone complains, that the classes don't work the same way they used to, and but I think the game wouldn't be any fun if it was always the same. So I'm okay with the class mechanics changing and stuff. I'm not sure what their philosophy is on some things. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to me, sometimes it does, but you just kind of deal with it however it is. I don't know, it's not a big deal. Anyway, I don't have much. Oh, what? Fellweed? Oh, so you're like Fellweed. I could like get Fellweed in Hellfire Peninsula, but not here. So I think that might be a bug, because they probably meant to change all of that to use the new system where you get the stalks instead of the weed. If your herbalism isn't high enough, that's probably supposed to work that way. But anyway, I'm surprised you still get the Fell Blossoms, and you still get the buff from Dream Glory, which I'm kind of surprised because they removed so many buffs from the game. Back in vanilla, you could like use, if you wanted to, if you were that obsessive, you could use every scroll in the game, and plus all the stats applied to you no matter what your class was. Like I remember I had a warrior was my main until I discovered I liked the pally the best. But anyway, the warrior was my main, and I just remember like I discovered that like after a battle you didn't really need food, because back then spirit would affect your health regen, particularly out of combat. And so as a regular class with no magic abilities, the spirit still had an effect. So I just like went to the auction house and I bought like a piece of gear that was the highest in spirit that I could find, regardless of what type it was. I just went for the highest spirit, and then I put spirit enchants on everything. And I had a quick swap clothing mod, of some kind, before they added the outfit thing in WoW built in. I can't remember what it's called, but I still use it sometimes. But anyway, Outfitter, I think it was called Outfitter. Anyway, Outfitter, and so after a battle, I could just swap into the spirit gear, and your health would regenerate even faster than if you just stayed in your regular gear and ate your food. So it was kind of cool. It was just a thing that I did on my own, but it took me a while to really get the hang of it. People kept telling me I was a tank, and I didn't know what they meant by that, and I didn't know what they were talking about. Nobody ever told me what that meant. They said basically you're a tank, and then they would not really explain what it was, and I don't know. And they would get mad at me for not tanking right, like in a dungeon. Not mad, no. Actually, the guild I was in they were all really nice. They were nice to me. They treated me pretty nicely, I thought. Although there are some extenuating circumstances for that, but they really were very nice people. So, yeah, I'm here like going around and around talking, but what I'm really doing here is collecting Naga claws. These guys are like ogres, you know, kind of, they're squishy. Ogres, they're kind of that bigger they are, harder they fall, kind of. They were always pretty easy to kill. And, I don't know. There's things I miss about the vanilla game. Does anyone have that kind of, you know, rose-colored glasses, vanilla nostalgia? I miss the talent trees because, you know, while you were leveling, you didn't have to pick a spec if you didn't want. You could just go from all 3 trees back until Lich King, you know, when they made you pick a spec. But you had to fill, like in Lich King, the talent tree still looked like the old talent tree, but then you had to fill it up a certain amount before you could pick any talents in another tree. And I kind of miss just being able to pick any talents in any tree, because since I was a warrior, what I did was I just picked all the best talents in all 3 trees, mostly for rage generation, which was your primary resource for a warrior. And so that meant I could always hit all of my special attacks all the time, because I always had as much rage as I needed for, you know, for everything. So, I mean, and that was, I thought, an advantage in the, you know, maybe not in a dungeon or in a raid, certainly, but you have to pick a spec because you want to hold aggro or you want to do maximum damage. But it was just great for just leveling in the world, because I could just hit my, and it was even great in most dungeons because I could just hit my, my attacks so much more often. I could hit them constantly over and over. And most people didn't play like that or didn't think to do that. But that was just, you know, my noobishness that I wanted to do that. That I thought about doing something different, you know? Like the professions I had as a warrior were tailoring and enchanting, because I just liked the idea of making outfits. And I thought, well, okay, enchanting is kind of like magic, so this character doesn't have any magic, so then she'll have a little bit of magic then. Oh, I'm in some trouble here, technically, but I don't think I really am. I think I should probably get together with this whole group so I can... I'm going to have to hit this a couple times. I could hit this too. What the hey? Oh, what am I doing here? I haven't changed back to a kitty cat. Guess I should do that, huh? But it's pretty good, like, I don't know, Druid, it's not a bad class. It's pretty, like, if you're paying attention, you can fight off multiple attackers pretty easily. And I don't even have like all the heals. Like you can get I should probably switch this because I never ever play in bear form. So my talent tree, I've got like feral, what is it called? Oh, guardian affinity, you know, so it gives you the tanking stuff. And you could get balance affinity or resto affinity, and you can get, you know, 3 more heals, including another instant one. I mean, in addition to renewal, which is kind of a cooldown, but still really good. I use it all the time. So yeah, I'm not gonna even. Anyway, so what was I saying? I have no idea. So let's see. Do I have? I need more Naga claws. I'm just kind of doing this. I'm just kind of doing the Naga claws here. Now I'm just dotting them. Pretty easy, really. I didn't even use my final move. I like how these drudges, basically these Umbra Fen slaves, they're essentially like forced laborers. They go right back to their work if you don't kill them. You can even hit them. Whereas in Hellfire Peninsula, there's another set of like there's a couple of, there's that place in the, I don't know. See, I can't think and fight at the same time. Talk and fight at the same time. There's that place though where you dig up the relics and you free those 3 dudes, and they have like, you know, servants that come fight with you, but if you hit them, they will keep attacking you even after their taskmaster. They have taskmasters and they die when the taskmasters die. But here, even if you use an AoE, as soon as the main guy dies, they've lost interest in you. They go right back to their whatever, and they're not. Are they yellow normally, or what? What's the deal with them? They go right back to their. They go right back to their hammering on things, and they're red, but they do attack you. So if you get close to them, they do attack you. I don't know. But I'm just attacking this Naga here. Let's see. Okay. Now they're going to come back and attack me. They kind of did go back to their... They have to die now, of course. But I guess if you get close to them and if you aggro them on your own, then then they'll come after you and keep coming after you. But it was interesting how one of them was aggroed, and then one of them ran back, and then they ran back again because they're kind of connected together by like a beam of energy or something. I don't know, 29 out of 30, one more claw, and I've got it. This guy looks good. Oh, and I got unidentified plant parts too. I remember that. That was like a repeatable quest, and I remember this in Burning Crusade. I think that still is in effect too. Yeah, gosh, I remember grinding like, I think it's Umbrafen or no, Sporagar rep. Just to be able to have my main get the access to some of the Sporagar stuff, you know, like the tabard and I don't know, there was a couple of other, there was some cool things you could get, like a pet, back before they had the pet thing. Now this guy here, should I be cleaning this out a little bit before I attack it? Back in the old days, you really had to do that, whereas I don't think these days you really don't have to. It's so easy to oops. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but there we go. Yeah, there he goes. Or she, I don't know. Alright, well that was that. That kind of looks like, there are so many quests in this zone. I was just amazed at how many there were, I remember, in the original game. I think they are too, because this stuff here, this didn't change in Cataclysm. So, like, all of this stuff is pretty much the way it was. You know, quest-wise, and, you know, a few little things have changed, but it's not too significant. It's one of the good things about these outland zones is it's all pretty much the same as it was. Some people think Blizzard's getting lazy with the, you know, like not using a major city. Now there's like 3 copies of Dalaran total, I think. Because there's Northrend Dalaran, there's Legion Scenario Dalaran, and then there's, I don't know if you can get back to that one though, but, and then there's the Legion Dalaran after Dalaran moves, and you can get to all the Dalarans, or 2 of them anyway, and I don't know, that just seems lazy. Like when I first saw in Cataclysm, when I first saw Gilneas, I thought, wow, okay, that's going to be the new major city. But in Cataclysm, it kind of went back to being, it kind of went back to being your home city, you know, as your major city. Alright. Oh, look. Alright, what am I supposed to do here? I attack this guy. Anyway, yeah, I was kind of disappointed that Gilneas, like, it hardly had any mobs in it after you finished the you know, the Worgen starting thing. Basically, that whole area just became nothing. It had like a few horses and dogs in it, and it didn't have any quests in it, and you know, you could like ride your flying mount over it if you had another character type. If you had another race, you could fly your flying mount around and discover it for, you know, discovery. I don't even know if it was included in the discovery achievement. It's hard to say. I'm not sure if it was or not. So let's see, where am I headed? I still got a couple of red dots here. And you know, I remember there was a couple of quest mods that it would route you efficiently through the quests and turning other quests in and stuff, and so you wouldn't have to run around too much. But I kind of got like, I don't know, I used it for a little while, but then I think I kind of mostly liked, you know, you go to one quest hub, you pick up the quests, you go, since they put them on the map now. Before, you know, there was a mod for that, which was basically the same thing. But anyway, basically you just go around and do them all, and then you could just come back and turn them in. Even if they weren't all in the same place, you could fly around and turn them in. I think it was basically more satisfying to me, I guess. There's Boglash. I guess he's someone I'm supposed to kill. Say here, yeah, I think he used to be hard. Back in heat. Oh, I didn't get the right guy. Okay. Well, he's probably harder than that. Let's just see about that. He's a little harder, maybe. Yeah, he wasn't that hard. He used to be pretty hard. He could kill you. Some of these like special zone bosses, you know, you actually had to group up to get them. But it's like hardly anyone is like that now. Yeah, I said Sporagar. I said Umbrafen when I meant Sporagar that time, because, you know, these are the Umbrafen guys. These are guys you have to attack. And I can't remember what. Yeah, I suppose like when you're getting clear casting all the time, so you get to cast your special abilities, some of them for free. You probably shouldn't use your finishing moves on a rogue-like character. There's no point really, because you just get like you get a. You could save your what do they call it, combo points for when things get more difficult. Plus you still have the DOT rip ability. Finishing moves like Ferocious Bite, I don't know, it's like didn't you used to get more? No, I did. I do. You have MAME. I see MAME showed up at some point. It's over here. See, I should put that somewhere logical, but that's basically another stun. 5 seconds. Pretty good damage. That might be actually good for. I wasn't sure if they were still going to have that in the game, but they still do. Let's hit it and see what happens. Yeah, good stun. That's a stun you can use anytime that doesn't have much of a cooldown, just like 10 seconds. So that's pretty good. I seem to remember, oh yeah, see here, there's a quest marker. There's like some kind of it might be an escort quest or one where you bring someone a bunch of stuff to help them escape or something. We'll see about that. I actually can't remember what the details are. I knew that was out here though. I've done it enough times. And I'm enough of a completionist where I've actually done Lore Master.
How may I aid you?
Okay, yeah. Oh, this is an escort quest. These are probably your least favorite quests, and I think my least favorite. Because the you know, this is like, if I stay stealthed, they won't, at least that help them not aggroing extra mobs, but of course they'll still have the mobs where they're gonna aggro everyone. She is the worst. Maybe I should like mark her. Yeah, there she is there. She's what, like a shaman or something, or I'm not sure. No, she's a druid. Is she casting druid spells? I don't actually know. That might have been my Moonfire. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Let's keep moving. We're not safe here. No kidding. So that's an understatement. I'm in a stealth just in case, you know, she doesn't aggro every freaking thing in the world here. You know, so if this is an escort quest. There's usually a couple of mob spawns along the way. I don't remember if this one. Some of the older escort quests didn't have that, but I don't know if she's one of those. She's just running. You know, Kara Longmane. You know, you run when you're in the enemy camp. That's when you run. And when nobody else is around, that's when you walk. That makes much more sense then. Okay. Oh, look out. Here. See, she's... Okay. Okay. Okay, they're dead. They don't even drop anything. So this is pretty much the standard escort quest. And to my zero viewers, Let me know if the camera, I got the automatic panning scanning camera. It's digital pan and scan, you know. I got a regular, oh, for goodness sake, I don't know. I can't think of anything. ADD, I can't do two things at once. I have that brand of webcam that everyone has. So, it's a Logitech. It's a Logitech, right? Yeah. I think that's it for her. She's done. All right, work complete. I'm running Quest Monkey, but I don't have the Quest Monkey window displayed because I find it to be distracting. So ever since WoW added the collapsible quest display, I've been using that, and I just use Quest Monkey in the background for, it kind of tells you if you're done. So if you're like, especially, you know, ADD boy, if you're like grinding on everything, then you can just kind of completely forget. Now you can't herb while you're in the air, I know that. And it won't let me pick up Dreaming or Ragveil or Dreaming Glory or whatever here. In this zone you can't herb unless your herbalism is high enough. But I'm not sure. That was kind of interesting. I hit him with Rake, and he just kept walking like he didn't even know it. I wonder what the deal is there. Okay. So I gotta kill all these guys. That's the last quest here. Let me see. There's one up here in this house. You can go up here and get him. Alright, well, he wasn't much, he did not put much of a fight up. So, yeah, I'm thinking, let me see what the stream looks like. I'm gonna put my map up twice. Hang on here, what am I doing? I want to do that. Put my map up and down twice. Flash, flash, like that. And let me see how long it takes for that to show up. See if my delay is getting. I should see it even in the corner of my eye. I don't know if I've, yeah, oh, there it goes. Yeah, I just noticed it. So that was at about 20 seconds. I'm not really sure. I know I don't have to stay rooted as a druid. Okay. Now it says more work, which means I've killed some of them, but not all of them. It means there's two different types, or several different types I have to kill. So it'll stay more work. And looks like I've gotten two of the types done. Okay, so where am I supposed to go for the rest of these? Well, I seem to remember some of these being hard to find back in the vanilla game, or I mean the, you know what I mean. Anyway, not vanilla, but the BC, the almost vanilla game, expansion pack number 1. Anyway, that seemed like about 20 minutes or 20 seconds, so that didn't seem like an appreciable increase in the amount of delay. But we'll see when I look back on when I view this stream, because I'm gonna watch this stream. I'll see if it gets I'll see if it gets choppy like the last one did. It just did not record very well at all. And it did at first, though. It was fine, like through about more than half of it. Then the frame rate got lower and lower, and then it even had delays and freezes. It froze and lagged, and it was completely so like for a while the audio was fine, but then even the audio, the whole thing would freeze, and the freezing was part of the video, so it was like a huge failure, to say the least. There's something I'm supposed to get there. So he's lit up. Okay, so what's what here? What's that? Is that just... Oh. Umbrafen Witch Doctor? Is that one in the... Is that on the... Is that a yellow, that mark, or is that just an herb? Ragveil. No, it's nothing. Just have to get a Witch Doctor. And then I have to get Kafuru, or whatever the hell his name is there. Heck! Whatever the heck his name is. This is family friendly. I don't know if hell counts as a thing. It doesn't matter. Nobody's listening to this stream anyway. Nobody's going to flag it because nobody's ever going to hear it unless I put it up on YouTube. But nobody's listening. I suppose I could have like porn right now because nobody's here. Could be like Pornville, USA. Oh, I wonder if I'll get flagged for saying porn. Well, if anyone's around to flag, but you know, I don't know. Not really. You know. But where are these witch doctors? I don't see one. I remember this before. I remember this. It's frustrating as heck. It was frustrating as heck to find these witch doctors. You run all over the place looking for them and you can't find them. That's what I remember. I remember that very specifically, and obviously that hasn't changed. Gosh. I've actually been playing this game for like, what, over 10 years or something. That's amazing. Where's the time gone? Well, he's pretty tough, isn't he? Oh, I'm not really dotting him, evidently. Oh, that was an Oracle. The guy I was supposed to kill... The guy I was supposed to kill is in here somewhere. He must not be. He must be up here. Oh, and there's a witch doctor. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, that was easy. There's like a guy I'm supposed to kill. He's up here somewhere. He's like one of the guys that you kill specifically. And there's a witch doctor up here too, and that's perfect because I need one more witch doctor, don't I? Can I? I can even get him without aggroing his boss there. That's cool. Oh no, fear totem, but it didn't last very long. There's no reason I need to do that, I suppose, but I hit him with all my dots. But really, in the regular world, there's hardly any reason for that. Like maybe in a dungeon where there's a raid boss and you've got to hit him 100 times before he goes down, along with your whole group. Maybe then it would make sense to use your combo points on a dot, just to keep your DPS going as much as possible. But I don't know. Well, that seems to be it. That seems to be everything. Oh, and I see I'm up there just going down the stairs right now. So that's I don't think the delay is getting any more. Yeah, I think it's probably okay. If there's someone out there that knows something about Twitch and ever looks at this channel, it'd be handy if you could tell me what I'm supposed to do. Because, as I said at the beginning, I am a lamer and I suck. So, in the venerable tradition of the internet, I am a lamer and I do suck. And I would like to know, like, what I should fill out to, or what I should do with the client to make it easier for people to find my stream if they actually want to watch it. Did I not? Okay, here. Identifying plant parts. Okay. I don't have any more of those. I remember that was a rep quest, Cenarian Circle, to turn those things in. This is a...
Well met.
Alright, let me see here. I should actually be paying attention. I don't have any... I have most of the heirlooms, but they're not all leveled, and I don't have, like, the rings. Oh, I probably should, like, change to the other pants. And they used to be different, but now the two leather pants have the same stats on them, and one of them's leveled up, or at least partially. So, like, here's this belt. I should probably take that. Inventory is full. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay, well. Okay.
Assist you?
You bet. You may assist me, absolutely. You may absolutely assist me. Okay. I'm not going to turn in those plant parts. There's no point. I'm just going to throw away these marks too, because I'm not turning them in. So, for the heck with that. I should probably do that. Alright. Alright, let me see. There we go. That's pretty good. And, alright, now let me see. Most of these stabs aren't really anything great looking, but I can get rid of that. That's an axe. That can go to someone else. I got the lantern. I really don't need it. I can change any off. Oh, I can't. Oh, right. This is that lantern you can't sell for some reason. It's got no sell price. Mirren's drinking hat. Safety goggles. I just can't help collecting things. I try not to do that with alts, but you know, in some cases, I just can't resist. So this is This is soulbound. This is wrist. Okay. 8 agility, 13 stamina. No other stuff on it. Well, maybe I'll keep it anyway. Maybe I'll put it on. It's probably about time. This is something else. Let me put this down here and think about it. Leather leggings I don't need because I got heirloom. Oh, although these have to be upgraded. I should do that now while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let me see here. Heirlooms, because the heirlooms I have are the heirloom leggings I have are wild feather, and there's also the Shadowcraft. I could get those instead, because those I think I got leveled. They level to 90, so I'll go ahead and put those on instead. And let's see there. Save that. Did I have anything else? Didn't I have anything else here? Nature Stitch. The kilt was a kilt, and then I've got what? Some feet. Oh, look, those are pretty good. I got those before, and I didn't even know I had them. 88. Those are better, but these are 91. Sometimes these. I'm gonna put this down here. I don't need this. I can put that on. That's better than what I had, even though it's kind of tanking. It's got dodge on it, but so what? And let me see here. This is something more or less I'm saving. That's for transmog, that goes to another character. That's another thing I found annoying, is they changed the transmog where it has to be your primary armor piece in order for you to be able to transmog it. So before that, you could just transmog a cloth piece into another cloth piece, even if you're a plate wearer. And I've got a couple of things left over, like I've got a cloth hat that's transmogged to something, and that still stays with my main character. But you can't do that anymore. Only special items like, you know, Crown of the Fire Festival and things like that that don't have an armor class. Certain things like that you can apply to everything. Oh my gosh, let me see. So what am I looking for? This. Maybe I'll just get rid of this. I can't sell it anyway. You can transmog it, so why should I keep it? I might as well just throw it away. And I'll keep those. I'll put it in the bank. So that's the... I've only got reinforced +5 armor on it. That makes me want to not throw it away, because you never know when they're going to stop allowing enchants on specific pieces. Like, I got one cloth piece of heirloom that's got a pretty good head enchant on it, you know, from Sons of Hodor or something, before they removed that from the game. And I put that on that headpiece, and it's still there. It still shows. It still adds to the stats. They say it doesn't affect things anymore, but I don't know. On heirlooms, I think it does. And the enchant scales, you know, it was before when they didn't have scaling enchants. It would just kick in when you were eligible to put the enchant on your armor, and then it would kick out again if you leveled past that point where it was supposed to work. But now they kind of just scale up. So like all the agility enchants, when you're level 1, they only give you +1, even though there's greater and lesser and, you know, whatever. So anyway, I've got this. I don't need legs. So here's this. This is it's lower crit, but it's ostensibly a better wrist piece. And I guess I'm just going to keep everything else, and I'll mail it to an alt that can put it in their transmog list, so that'll be fine. And then I can just... I don't know, I've just been leveling on this character. I re-rolled her so I could level, but I should do it again. Start out at level 1 and do the same thing. That would make sense in a way. Or did I miss a quest here? I pick up.
What brings you here?
Okay, I'll take that. Oh, that's like use the ancients to grant me your mark, wise ancient, and then there'll be another one of those wise ancients down here. I can't remember if you get both of these or just one or the other. No, you can get them both. Look at that. That's pretty cool. It's like I'm surprised because they've taken so many buffs out of the game. I don't know. I don't understand why. I like the idea of you know, raid buffs and buffs in general you could put on other players. It was kind of a congenial thing. People would go, you'd go ride past someone, you'd throw a buff on them or whatever. But now, like even as a pally, if you put that buff on another character, you can't put it on yourself. So if you put it on yourself, it comes right off of them anyway. It's like it doesn't feel as neighborly. It was nice to be able to, you know, to go by and, you know, give something. You spread goodwill, I thought. You know, paladin buffs were great. 2 pallies or 3 could go past, and there was like 3 different pally buffs, I think. There were kings. There was there were 3. There was freedom. There were anyway. There was at least 3. So you could potentially get I'll take this, it's worth more. Oh, and I just leveled. Well, okay, I think I still see a whatchamacallit here somewhere. There's a large question mark somewhere here. Where is that? Here. I thought I did this one already. Let me see here. Oh, belt. Alright, I couldn't get it. I didn't finish it. Alright. So this is a better belt. And I can take it.
Be careful.
and then I can, that's something I don't need, and then this is something I do need because it's better. Okay, and there it is. I could do that, and I'll take that belt, and these explorer's leggings I don't really need, but, and then there's, let me see, is there anything else to turn in here, or do I have any? Adventure Guide, Tarot Card, Forest. I'm not sure I'm going to do Tarot Card. Seems like by the time I'm done here, I could probably go to Northrend. I mean, you can already go to Northrend at level 60, so they've changed that completely, made it scale. So you can skip Outland completely now if you want. But I don't know. I usually get up to a certain point that I get in kind of a rut because I'll just grind the Silver Covenant. You know, I'll grind the Argent Tournament to get more. It's kind of a way to level for a good long while, and then plus you can get your you can upgrade your heirlooms. And for a while there, I was doing that with several characters, like, so I could get a few upgrades every day without having to pay for them, you know, just by doing stuff. And I kind of liked that. I even did the raid. I don't know if you can solo the raid now. You probably can still. Still probably maxed out at 80, but I used to go in the raid was, you didn't have to do the raid, but the big dungeon, was a little hard because you had to get on the horses and do that, and you got stunned constantly if you fell off the horse, which you did. And so it always made it a little hard, not hard like it was easy, but it took a while because you keep getting stunned. And you got an extra few honor points, or, you know, marks of the champion or whatever they were called, for that you can trade in for rep. You know, you can trade in at the rep vendor for heirloom related stuff. And I've already got all the ones you can get from the guilds and stuff. I don't have the rings. You know, there was like a ring you could get from, I don't know, from like a naval missions on your garrison in Draenor, but I never got one of those. I don't know what I did wrong. I thought I got those a few times, but I just never got the ring. Maybe the ring was a low drop, or it was a specific mission that gave you a specific reward, but I never got the ring from any of those. And so there was one ring you could get from there, and then there were a couple of other world rings from the old days. So there's the Stranglethorn fishing contest, and then one other ring. And so you could potentially have 2 heirloom rings on as well as, I'm going the wrong way. You could have like 2 rings on, heirloom rings, and they both had they both have like a 5% EXP boost. So you could get another 10% EXP boost from heirlooms if you wanted. Oh, as the crow flies, I'm supposed to explore Zangarmarsh. That's like I have to go to, I have to do it magically, which means I have to go to here somewhere, and I have to go on the balcony. I seem to remember one of these balconies. I think it's this thing. I don't think it's that thing up there. I think it's this one. And I have to use the special incense thing or something, like one of those quests where you. so I have to like get out of my flight form, and then I think I use this thing, and then I'll fly around, and then this is kind of like a free quest here because you don't really do anything. I'm gonna wait and see, like I'm gonna watch the stream and see how long it is. Till I this thing kind of counts dropped frames. Is that the deal? Dropped frames. 24% dropped frames. Is that normal or is that really bad? I wonder. I wonder what I'm supposed to do to actually improve that. Like, I wonder if it's better if I play my my game in a window and then capture the window. Would that be better? Instead of having to capture this high resolution and then downsize it. Or change the resolution of my main screen during, I could pick a different full screen resolution also. That would probably solve that problem also, but I'm not sure if I don't know. I'm seeing like a lot more time has gone by. Because see, there I am going to that guy right now. I'm flying over there I'm landing, I'm going, oh yeah, this is the building. It's not that one, it's this one. And then I'm hitting it. I think it's more than 20 seconds now, so I think maybe the delay is increasing somewhat. So, yeah, it's possible. I don't know. Hopefully, is my mic loud enough or too loud, or it's going to yellow mostly. So, I don't see it like going in the red, but I guess I can. Alright, now I've done that. I'm not sure. Yeah, so the delay is now gone up. But there might have been a commercial too, I don't know. And a commercial is going to increase your lag time on the stream. So that's very possible too. I did not look to see if there was a commercial. I tend to kind of have tunnel vision on this, and is this a Umbrafen Lake controls? Now this is not a dungeon quest. I know there's like one quest in here that you get. It's really for one of the dungeons in here, and I kind of hate getting those because if you don't take them, even though you're not going to do them. If you don't take them, then you'll keep thinking there's another quest to get. Alright, I can just use this, right? Iron Vine Seeds to help to destroy the whatever. So I have to go like do 4 controls with these seeds. Still haven't been sent to Telrador yet. That's amazing. I seem to remember getting there pretty fast, and I don't know. I'm not wasting a lot of time. I don't. Okay, let's see what I'm doing here. I need to get to the controls of this thing. It's probably around here. Hopefully there's only one dude to kill here. And okay, that looks fine. Plus I'm using Bluetooth headphones, so that could be a problem too, because Bluetooth can get delayed after a while, and there's no it's just another way in which I'm a lamer. Well, I don't know, it's not too delayed. If it's delayed, it's not. Yeah, I think it's a little delayed, my sound. But that's because sometimes the Bluetooth, the stream, the Bluetooth data stream picks up a delay after a while. And sometimes you have to restart it. But if I shut it off, it'll kill the stream probably. Because I don't know if I shut it off and turn it back on, World of Warcraft program is smart enough to pick it up again, but I don't know if OBS is smart enough, even though it's specified to the default devices. I don't know if midstream I wouldn't want to risk that. Yeah, I don't know. It's not too much of a delay. I just saw when I took off in my flight form. And it's not a super lot of delay. Now, I believe there's another. Okay, now if I hit this. Oh, I got it. I got out of there before they attacked me. Alright, now how many? Oh, okay. How many of these do I have? I got 4. So this is where the dungeon is, under here, I think, under this big device. I think if I remember correctly, I don't know. Nobody knows where the dungeon entrances are anymore because of the LFG interface. Nobody actually asked yeah, Coil Fang Reservoir, that's it, yeah. Just flew over it and discovered it. So, yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm just, yeah, there is something I'm curious about, like, there is an overlay that people on Twitch have on their, over their stream, and I don't know how you get that. I don't know if you just have to configure this the Twitch window to do that, and then just capture that as another layer, and then put that on top of your gaming window as a separate layer. You know, make it partially transparent or something. Or I'm not sure how that's done. So, if any of you Zero people out there know that, then you can let me know. You know, which I assume that means I'll have to figure it out on my own, because nobody's ever going to watch this, because who would want to watch a lamer that sucks? But there you are, you know. I don't know. Who would want to watch a lamer that sucks, that just talks? I guess I would, probably. I probably would. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't characterize Krendor as that, but he does ramble on and just talk about whatever, mostly when he's gaming. And like in his WoW leveling series, he just chats. He just talks about whatever, and I find it really soothing, actually. So I don't know. I don't think my voice is as soothing as his, but you know that. I wish I had a deep voice, but I don't. So my voice is sort of strangely, because in music school I always sang bass, but you know, I've got a pretty good bass, but my speaking voice is definitely a tenor. So yes, I went to music school. I also went to engineering school, so I did both. So, not that that's important, but those are two things that I did. When I was real young, I went to engineering school, and I just studied hard sciences and did no gen ed stuff at all, which I'm glad for, because it felt like such a waste of time back then, especially to an engineer, a budding engineer or whatever. But I don't know. I later on, I had all these tech jobs. This is in the late 90s. I had all these tech jobs, and I would this happened like, because everyone that worked in the tech industry back then remembers this. Is like, you'd get a job and it'd be pretty good, and you'd go, oh wow, this will be pretty good, and then you get laid off with the whole crew. And this would happen over and over and over again. And then one day I decided, you know what, if this happens again, I'm just going to do something different. I'm going to like go back to school or something and just do something for me, just do something, frivolous, or be a cab driver, or I don't know. I'm going to do something different though. So I decided I was going to go back to school. And so when I started getting the rumblings that I was going to get laid off of my current tech job, along with the rest of the crew, like usually happened over and over. It probably must have happened 10 times to me back in the late 90s, the mid and late 90s. Everyone would get laid off, and it would be just like that. It would go on like that. I forgot what was over here. Ogres? Is this an ogre? This is an ogre mound, isn't it? There were like some quests up in here too, I think. Yeah, Angrosh Stronghold. That's an official Explore Zanger Marsh. It seems like there's a few little areas that... So there's always some discovery stuff you can do that don't count toward the full exploration. But, I got Tabard of the Explorer, I got Lore Master, but not since Legion. I did Lore Master probably during... I did Lore Master during Wrath of the Lich King. That's when they introduced achievements, and that Krendor, I think, or Nixium, I can't remember which one, joked about how when they introduced, or no, it's probably slightly impressive. Joked about how you would never you would never, ever, you know, like if you had OCD, you would never leave your computer again, and that's what the achievement system guaranteed would happen. And I kind of agree with that. I don't think I have OCD, but I did like completing the achievements. It was fun, you know. I wasn't raiding in Lich King, and so I didn't have a Drake. And back then, those Drakes were really cool because they were fast, and it wasn't based on your skill. You had to get a specific mount to get the max speed. And so, with that, like, so the only chance I could get one is by completing the achievement for like all the holidays and stuff. And so I remember I had everything except one thing from Halloween. I needed that pumpkin helmet, and I could have sworn I had it and sold it, but you know, I had a GM look into it, and so I had to wait a whole year to finish that achievement. So I had to wait till the next Halloween to do it. And it's the first thing I did. I said, okay, I'm going to get that helmet now, and the pumpkin helmet, and that's going to complete my whole holiday achievements, that everything. And that was hard too, because you had to do PvP stuff, which I'm not very good at. You know, I don't enjoy it so much. So, in fact, I even switched to an RP server, even though I don't do a lot of RPing. I never did much of that, but I did sort of, like, I got tired of being ganked during the middle of a quest. Like right when I was trying to turn something in, I'd get ganked, and then the horde would like kill the quest giver. So, so you couldn't turn in the quest. You had to wait like another 15 minutes for the quest giver to respawn. And one day I was frustrated with that, and I just said, no, I'm going to go to another server. I left all my characters there, though, which is good. I'm glad I did that, because when they introduced the toy box and all that, and they made most of the things you collected into toys, I could log back into those characters, and if you did that once, and sometimes you had to open the toys too to get them to go into the toy box. But anyway, you get all those toys on all your characters. So my new main, which is a paladin and not a warrior, was like able to have all the toys, you know, because I had like one special thing which I got, like a picnic basket from the card game, which I didn't play, but I did collect a couple of the cards, and so I had a card or two from that. I don't think I ever got the fishing chair. I don't remember where the fishing chair came from, but I don't think I ever got that. I guess I'm going to turn this in. Somewhere. Oh, I could get these blessings again from the big guys, which are where again? They're like down this way, I guess. They wander back and forth between. I'll do this. Okay. And she didn't have another quest for me, so I don't see any more quests around here. Not right now. So where are the big guys? Where are they? Are they down this? I can't remember one of these paths. They go back and forth. Here's one here, and then there's one somewhere else. Where is the other one? I think he's over there. Yeah, I think so. Okay. I can get that mark and get this other one. I think from this guy, I think he's over here, usually, unless he's wandering around. They wander a little, but... So you get both these buffs, so you might as well take them while you're here. What the hey. But yeah, see, I've got that picnic basket. For the longest time, I only had it on my main character, and I couldn't use it. And then when I realized the toy box, I said, wait a minute, that means that all the toys I have on my inactive characters are like, and I even had 2 accounts, which I hardly ever activate the second account, but for a while there when I was on the PvP server, I used to dual box because running around with 2 characters, I had like my pally and then I had a druid, which I could put in cat form and stealth. And I could have this druid following around behind me, and it would keep me from dying when I got ganked. Because even though I was a noob, which essentially means I'm a lamer and I suck at PvP, it also meant I could surprise a horde that attacked me because, you know, he'd beat on me for a while and then he'd think, oh, I'm so good, I got all my PvP gear and etc. And I would pop all my cooldowns and he would still be a million times better than I was because I just wasn't interested in PvP. And so I never got good at it. And then when his health was down, but he'd just gotten close to killing me, I'd attack him with my druid. and you know, and those guys at the GMs told me that there's definitely true that dual boxing wasn't outlawed or wasn't against the rules, just as long as you didn't use automation. So there was even a little bit of automation you could use legally, like macros and there was one program they approved of, I know, that was sort of like you could run a whole bunch of different WoW clients on different machines, and you could put them all in a big display. And make all the windows really tiny. So I gotta kill 10 of these guys, that's what it says, I guess. I'm not sure what else I have here. Yeah, Lord was named too. There's like some specific ones I have to get. Looks like I have to pick up those ghost mushrooms, or no, that's not a quest item. That's just a regular herb. It's probably gonna say I can't herb it, right? Oh, I can. Why can't I herb that? I can herb that, but I can't herb the other things. I don't know why. Okay, Sporlock. Somebody got killed there. No, that's a dredger, or that's a Sporlock guy. Alright. Okie doke. Yeah, I'm looking at my stream there, and it looks like I'm still not very far behind time-wise. Looks like it's still only about 20 seconds or so. Maybe a little. I don't know. That dropped frame number, that appears to be going up rapidly. But, I don't know. Just as long as I'm not dropping more than half of them. Because I'm probably running at, I don't know how many frames a second I'm running. I'm running probably 120 or something. I probably should, like, I don't know. I mean, I should limit the frames on my game to 60 or 30. I could even limit the stream frames per second to 30 also. That's another thing I probably could do. It's like advanced or 100 frames a second. I got a cap. I got 100 frames a second cap. Yeah. But I think maybe I should put it down to 30. I think 30 is plenty for a stream, especially. Maybe not a video, but yeah, I don't know. I'm losing a lot of frames. I'd say I'm losing, say I'm dropping like, I don't know, I'm probably dropping half my frames. It's gone up to 33% dropped frames. I just pushed the wrong button. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a sound delay now, but just a little, maybe not even a second. Feels like I'm doing that. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired though. Maybe I should give up on this. How long has this been going? 2 hours? That's plenty of time for a test. I can watch this tomorrow. Hopefully I can watch it tomorrow. I don't know. I'm definitely not finishing Zangermarsh tonight, that's for sure. I'm not even close. I haven't even gone to Telrador yet. So I'm not even sure where, like, oh, there he is. There's the guy. Maybe I should finish up in here since I'm in a... These guys are so big. It kind of looks like you're... Alright, there's that. Alright. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what I should do here. I've got, like, it wants me to kill more lurkers. And these are dredgers. Oh, there's a lurker. Okay, there's one. It says I'm in combat. I'm not sure. Oh, here I am. Okay, got it. Okay. I'm still in combat, it says. This is one of those things where you're still in combat. And I haven't got the thing where I can go into stealth mode. While I'm still in combat. I'm supposed to get that at some point. Okay, I'm supposed to get that at some point, but it says I'm still in combat. So obviously there's some mob in here somewhere that I've aggroed and that's stuck or glitched or something. So whatever, I guess just, there we go. I think that's it. I'm out of combat now. How do I get out of here? How did I get over here? This is not where I want to be. I think I need to be over there, don't I? Actually, don't know. Oh no, you can go. I can go this way. So yeah, this is I'm gonna call it after I leave this area, I guess. I gotta stay away from these guys. I don't want to pop out of stealth here. What key? Some key and was name's belongings. Should I look for that? Maybe I should. Maybe I should look for that because I'm not entirely done with this cave. But that might not even be in the cave for all I know. Let's see. Let's have a look here. I think it's in the cave though. I think it's in the cave. Yeah, it's in the cave because it would be, otherwise according to the map it'd be right here. And I think, let me see what it says here. His belongings. Ikean's belongings. A damp dark place. Ikean's belongings. Yeah, it's when he went in the cave, so basically it's the cave. So if I want to find his belongings, I have to go down in here somewhere. How, unless it's a different cave. Like, I don't see, like, I don't know. I just don't see how to get to it. But you know, it's like a lot of this stuff is when you go down in here, when you go down to a level, sometimes you get a different mini map. So I'm not sure if that's the situation here. I can't actually remember. If I remembered, you know, I don't know. I remember a lot about old WoW, but I don't know. This seems to be the way. This seems to be the direction it's pointing, but I'm not sure if this is going to just go back up. So, yeah, I don't believe this is going to take me anywhere. This is a dead end here, and if I go around that way, that's just the exit. So I don't see this as getting me anywhere closer to that. If that mark is accurate, a lot of times those marks aren't accurate, which is another problem with it. Because otherwise, see, if I follow this is going to show me to go this way, but that's just going to be the exit to the cave. And unless his belongings are like right here, and I don't believe they are, they're going to have to be in the cave. Unless they're like on top of that mushroom or something. I don't know. Maybe I should look it up. Back in the day, we didn't have this quest thing. We didn't even have mods to help with quests. There was a mod called Quest Helper, which was awesome. You know, it basically did what the modern quest tracker does. You don't really need that mod anymore, although it does routing and stuff too, which is better, makes it better. But if I get here, I don't know. Yeah, I don't believe it's on top of one of these mushrooms. So it's got to be in this cave, I think. I should probably look it up. But I don't know. See, which ways can you go? You can go this way. You can go this way, and then see, maybe there's, I don't know. I don't think there's any. There's no special way you can go. This just goes down to that lower level, possibly, where that bog lord, whatever boss was, and then yeah, and I didn't see any. So I've already been all through this. Oh wait, there's two ways to go. So there's this way. Okay, let me see where that guy is. Is that the big guy? Lord King, yeah. He's already respawned. But this is basically wherever you can go in here. So if I don't go down here, I seem to recall there was like some other place to go. I think it might have been this. Well, this is going up. This is probably the way out for. Yeah, I think so. This is not the way I wanted to go. This is the way out. So the other way is the way, if there is another way. So right here, you got to go down. And so your choice is this way or this way. Which way did I go before? Did I go this way or... Well, this goes nowhere. Or no, maybe it does. It does. This goes down. This is where I went before. I was already here. So instead of going down there, I'm gonna go up here. See what's up here. So I'm gonna say there's nothing. Oh, there's something. There's something up here, but this appears to be a dead end, though. It doesn't go anywhere. Well, I don't know where this guy's stuff is. Unless you have to kill one of these bog lords to find it, I don't know. Let me see what it says here. Okay, look for Ikean's belongings inside a cave south of Umbrafen. Return them to Ikean at Cenarian Refuge in Zangermarsh. Okay, soon after I escaped the Umbrafen tribe, I holed up in a cave south of Thief Village. Little did I know that the cave was being fought over by marsh beasts and spore men. I'm definitely in the right cave. I had to leave in a hurry and left behind a box containing my only worldly possessions. After managing to sneak out of Umbrafen with my belongings, it was terrible irony that I would lose them so soon after. So if you're willing to bring them back to me, I'll give you one of my very own personal items. What do you say? Okay, so that means they really are... That means they really are in here somewhere, and they're not like being carried around by one of the dudes. But if this arrow is right, oh my god, I don't have any idea how to get to it from here. It just doesn't seem like it's possible. But I know I've done it before, so it must be doable. I think this could be it. Could it? I think it could. Yeah, I think so. Alright. So basically, the guide is not pointing to the right spot, but it's one of those guides that just points to the entrance to the cave. So that's really all you have to know. I'm in a hearth back. Well, I'm still hearthing at honor hold. Never mind. I'm not hearthing. Not that it really matters. I could, I suppose, but I don't know. Okay, how do I get out of here? Is this it? Yes. Okay. Alright. Whoops. Alright. So, there is an inn over there. Whoop! There is an inn over there. What did I just do? It doesn't let me do that. It does. Why does it let me do that? I wonder. Oh, I know why. Because there is a reason. And when it comes to promoting a stream, I have no idea how to do that.
What brings you here? Walk with the earth.
Okay.
What do you need, stranger? See you.
Okay, saving the spore locks. Do I have plant parts? I don't have enough to turn in. I don't think I'm ever going to bother doing this. And I suppose I should get in the inn then, and maybe I'll set my hearth.
How may I help? Good luck, friend.
Greetings, traveler.
There's not a terribly big delay. Okay, I can get rid of this. Can you sell these? You can. Clam, I don't want to sell. Ghost mushroom cap. This herbalism. Okay. Alright, let me see what I got here. Okay.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Alright, I guess I'm going to wrap it up right here. And, I'm here in the inn. I feel like I should transmog my pants, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to do any transmogging or anything. I think I've been at this long enough. So, yeah, I can just see that I'm finishing up there. And, so I guess I'm just going to call it now, and goodbye, everyone.